and it's not the soft stuff that people have been doing with her. She's an athlete. She needs rehab, which is a little more intense. Faster, higher. There you go. 5 more. I'm gonna do it for however long it takes to get it right. Good job. I'm proud of Tina, and I just enjoy her getting better each and every day. Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see it right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. And so even though she had the stroke and getting older, she was always beautiful in my eyes.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for being here for another one of my videos. Tonight's video is a video about Lavar Ball and his wife Tina Ball's divorce. Everything that happened before that. I'm going to use a segment from Riva TV because a couple of people covered this, but I thought it was important to get a woman's voice. Now, in this video, she's going to say who Lavar Ball is, for any of you that do not know him. I saw him on First Take, I believe, before. I remember that when he came on there promoting his sons, he was very cocky, very arrogant. He even said that he was better than Michael Jordan, and I believe his average was 5 points a game or something. Now, I guess you gotta somewhat love the confidence. Now, it was a little irritating. At the same time, you saw that he was a dad that definitely cared about his sons and their success. Without further ado, I'm going to let Riva explain this.
I had to get my foot amputated on the fact that I had diabetes until you say, I want to go do something else.
Yeah.
Now you're not as beautiful to me again. But it is what it is.
Riva TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. Lavar Ball is going viral right now for basically exposing his ex-wife, and a lot of people have a lot to say about it. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into the entire conversation, and of course, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. Now, if you're unaware of who Lavar Ball is, he played college basketball as well as college football, and then he ended up actually playing in the NFL for a little bit. Then, he ended up working as a trainer, and simultaneously, through building his life within the industry, he ended up having 3 sons and then successfully getting all 3 sons into the NBA some way, somehow.
LaMelo Ball, 24 years old, currently a star point guard for the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA. Number 2, Lonzo Ball, 26 years old, now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3, LiAngelo Ball, 25 years old. He went undrafted in 2018 and had a brief professional basketball career in the G League.
Now, people have looked at him as, like an honorable person, right? They've kind of looked at him for, inspiration, right? Especially if they have sons who they want to also get into the field. And, they looked at Lavar and his wife, Tina, as a power couple, right? Like these two, they one was helping with the school while the other one was helping with the skill.
So what was Tina's parenting style?
I would say she got us very smart. I was going to say that too. Education-wise, anytime you need help, don't go to big fella, go to her.
Now, him and his wife had been together for a total of 30 years, right? 3 decades. Now, just like long-standing relationships, right? They've had their ebbs and flows within relationships. One of their lowest ebbs being when she actually suffered a stroke. And, he was the one who was very much instrumental in, getting her back to health, helping her, doing her physical therapy with her.
Head back. No, Tina. No, nothing. You got to go back. I'm telling you. You better put it back. Want some of these cherries? You want some? You got to come in here, baby. You sure are good. Good. I'm going to make you move.
He nursed her back to health. expected maybe she would do the same thing. And she didn't do it.
Who else better to support you in your rehab, in your rehabilitation, in your physical therapy, and all of those things than somebody who has, coached these 3 sons to go into the NBA as well as played on his own and stuff like that? Like, you are going to get somebody who is going to challenge you, who is going to push you past the limits that you think that you can go to help you, return and maintain to health, better than somebody who has a lack of knowledge, right? Or a lack of discipline in that space.
I know how to rehab with Tina. It's not the soft stuff that people have been doing with her. She's an athlete. She needs rehab, which is a little more intense. Faster. Higher. There you go. 5 more. I'm gonna do it for however long it takes to get it right. Good job. I'm proud of Tina, and I just enjoy her getting better each and every day.
Now, he, nursed her back to health. She got better. Basically, is pretty much doing almost exactly how she was before she ever had any troubles. And then after that, he ended up having to get an amputation due to complications with diabetes.
I had to get my foot amputated on the fact that I had diabetes. So instead of killing a big ball, they amputated my foot.
So he sat down recently with streamer Neon, and he was talking to him about relationships. He was kind of like schooling him and giving him the game. And in said conversation, he revealed that his wife has decided that she no longer wants to be married and has filed for divorce from him.
Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see her right here. But she want to go do something else. That's fine with me. We had our run. Now, having a run in a relationship is one thing, but because of how publicly people saw, what it is that they went through, him being such an active, role in her life, it was hard for people to digest the fact that, he nursed her back to health and then she decided that she no longer wanted to be there.
Let me stop right there. Now, there's a video that I came across a long time ago that I may share in here if I can find the video, of a woman that was there trying to nurse her husband back to health, that managed to get a injury in the military. I think he was a Marine. And this was a white couple. And I saw so much love in that particular thing. And I came across that video at the same time when I came across the video that women never really love you. Now, it's like half and half with that, but now I understand the nuance with that. If a woman gets with you, and you are not her first choice, and you are not the man that she really wanted to be with, on the back end, you're going to suffer greatly because she's going to show her whole ass, and she's not going to have no sympathy for anything that she is doing. In Lavar Ball's case, he does come off as this real alpha type of guy, but again, him and his wife was together for 30 years, so he must not have been that bad if she was with him that long. Now, her timing was really bad. The fact that she left him after he nursed her back to health, and then he had to get his foot amputated. Now, of course, there's some other stuff in there, and they're going to say some other things that maybe is more to the story. But see, the thing is, men face this all the time. When they are with wives that are acting horribly, but they stay because of the kids, or they stay because she is sick, or they stay because she is struggling. They're still trying to be a good husband. Now, I use that example because I don't know how he was as a husband or how she was as a wife. I can only go by the clips that I've seen, and I've seen more of him talking than her really talking. And I can see how he could rub some women the wrong way. But again, they was together for 30 years. He never got the Steph Curry or the Jada Pinkett Smith treatment from his wife.
So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Yeah. Now you're not as beautiful to me again.
He's like, she's been aging. She's gone through so many things. I've never, shied away from telling her how beautiful she is. I never stopped showering her with love and compliments. It's the things that women complain that men don't do. He's outwardly saying, like, I continue to do all of these things. I continue to maintain all of these things. And now I look at her sideways because I, kept my side of the bargain. How could you walk away at this point?
It is what it is, man. I mean, like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good. I had that with her.
I mean, I feel like we could tell. Like, I feel like we could tell how much he truly loved his wife, right? Like, even at times when they'd be at ceremonies and, you know, they'd want to put the son in the middle, he always pedestalized her as well, right? Like, he always honored her being the only woman in the house, her, you know, whatever the case is, he always, you know, propped her up. And even when, you know, he was doing things like, you know, supporting her back to health and nursing her back to health, all you could see in the comments were women who were like praising him for, you know, being such a stand-up guy and not leaving her, you know, in the dust when that stuff happened. So to hear, you know, that she filed for divorce and that they, you know, have not been together for, I think, 2 years, was shocking to say the least. He also did announce that he is, like, you know, in a new relationship at this point, like, you know, dealing with somebody else.
And I found somebody else. But it is what it is.
Wait, who?
No need to worry.
Huh. Now, it is one odd thing there that when they did split, he already had somebody there. So to me, that's a little bit of a yellow red flag right there or something. He automatically slid into a relationship. Obviously, if she had did it, then I would have thought, oh, that was the thing. She lost feelings for him, and then she moved on to her. I don't know if it was a thing that maybe he had some side action going on that she kind of found out about, and then his foot got amputated, and she decided to do her exit stage left. Under that, I guess I will understand. I do think within a 30-year marriage, somebody cheated. A lot of times I think both of them cheated, but somebody cheated. In that long length of time, you can't tell me that somebody didn't stray for whatever reason. But that's not what this video is about. So
now, the comment section did what they normally do, and that is stand on business for the sisterhood and the sisterhood, okay? They didn't feel sorry about this situation. They didn't feel the need to call her out. You know, in fact, they were in support of her, and they were saying, well, he must not have been that great if she wanted to leave. Absolutely crazy. As you can see here, the first comment says, all I gotta say is no one really leaves anyone that treats them well and makes them feel good. I don't really comment on people's relationships. We don't know what really goes on, and people can make things look really good. Usually the ones stuck in their feelings are the ones who've done wrong. Next comment says, I think we shouldn't take his word for it. For all we know, she probably wanted to leave all along, and it just so happens that he lost his leg when she decided to leave. We should stay out of this one. Next comment says, whatever, he got what he asked for, crying laughing face, don't feel sorry for him. Next comment says, men are not nice patients, and just because he was by her side doesn't mean he treated her well. Next comment says, may he live in his preference. I thought that they always have the black men back, talking about white women dating black men. Now, obviously, a lot of people saw these comments. They saw that, you know, he was getting the backlash and people were skipping over saying like, hey, that's kind of trifling that you left him and he was there for you.
I have to think he had been one of her first choices because she never did any interviews about him. So that's telling me to a certain degree, even though I don't know her personality, she didn't disrespect him in that kind of way. And I do notice again that only certain women do that to certain types of dudes. If a guy is carrying himself like he is, this is why a lot of men are on that alpha stuff or holding masculine frame, because it seems like you don't go through the same things that other men will go through if they're dealing with these women that may have settled on them or either is a power dynamic. Now, the one thing that does make me think hard about this particular situation is this video right here.
So he has a great boyfriend. We fought on the same card. He fought the day before me. I fought the next day. During the fight, he almost gets knocked out. As this guy is mauling him, he goes like this. What do you think I was thinking?
Not good thoughts.
The boyfriend. My boyfriend. Like this.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
Fuck no.
Did it turn you off?
Oh my God, so much.
Whoa. So the way he was getting beaten was fucking with you. It wasn't just that he was getting beaten.
Like, you gotta fucking, like, take that shit.
Take it.
Yeah, like you know, like a champ or like a fighter.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be like,
wow.
Was
that the beginning of the end?
Yeah.
And
he was a great
first couple of nails.
He was great.
Tap, 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 tap.
Yes, this video, that the woman, just because the way that the guy got knocked out, she lost all attraction to him. And see, this is the thing about when I did the 5 levels of attraction. This is the bad thing with the level 5 woman. Remember, it's layers to this. It's not a perfect science. I'm going off of past experiences, but also see how a woman can fit with the number 5 persona of giving a man attention, of course having the fantasy of the guy, but it won't turn bad. It won't go left like it can in some cases. But I do think to a degree, just because of the limited information. Now, if it comes out later that maybe he was somewhat abusive to her, even though he was nursing her back health, or either something else happened up to the point that his foot got amputated, then I will change my stance on this. But I think it was a thing. He always showed a sense of strength. And then once his foot got amputated, he showed a sense of weakness that she could not stomach. And that's a scary thing when a man opens himself up to a woman, especially if he is a guy that usually always shows that he's strong, dominant. He always has the answer. He doesn't buckle under pressure. It's going to be one day that you're going to crack from life pressure, and you might not be able to hide it from your woman. Maybe he had one of those things, and maybe she could not handle. Another thing with this is, and I say this in another one of my videos, a lot of times this goes for both men and women, because I've seen women get done dirty like this, and I've seen men get done dirty like this. You are treating a person a certain kind of way. You might be doing monkey double backflips or bending over backwards for that person. And you are expecting them to maybe return the favor or at least be appreciative. But you don't always get that, especially once the rose-colored glasses is off your eyes. So what I'm basically saying is, the scary thing is, to men out there, is you might put your blood, sweat, and tears in a relationship for years, and she can up and leave you when you are at your weakness. And yes, this can happen to women too, if they have a health thing or they gain weight or something. But with the men that women tend to marry later in life, the good dudes, the honorable dudes, I'm not talking about the dude with a bunch of tattoos that's hanging out at the club, that's the bad boy or the retired bad boy but still has that side to him or something. Those guys, yeah, they will straight leave a woman. But most men that are raised to be a gentleman, they are raised, indoctrinated to be there for their woman and accept their woman at their worst and at their best. But as I said before, a lot of women are not taught that. So when life gets hard or it gets struggle, a lot of times they will bail or start turning on you, bitching at you like they are Job's wife or something. I don't know all the details, but it's just a bad look that she just left him out of the blue. So I don't know what to think of it right now. I think that she saw him in a moment of weakness. He looks like that type that always wants to appear to be strong and dominant and show no weakness. And she accepted that facade. And when his foot got amputated, he might have broke down and cried. He might was a shell of himself for a little while. And she just couldn't do it. So again, if you are that giving type of person, no matter if you are the man or woman, you better hope that you are married to or are in a relationship with a person that will be like that with you. Because not everybody will treat you like you treated them. You got to start eliminating the people that don't have skin in the game and won't have your back like you would. And that's the one thing I'll say about the ex-wife, which I can say a lot of bad stuff. But I will say that when I was going through things and when I got evicted, I actually got evicted 2 to 3 times. I got evicted. Now, I have to admit, it was my fault because I overstretched my finances trying to be a provider and get all the things that she needed. And I did not know that maybe I could not afford her price tag. Not that she was all about money, but still, she cost a lot of money. And in the end, it just got me into a pickle. But even though she didn't leave me, I do think each time that I had a dip in finances and struggle, she lost more and more respect for me. Whoever she was talking to was obviously putting ideas in her head. But again, I put that on me. Thing that I will say though, since I've been single, even though I'm paying child support and stuff, again, I have a lot more money. So actually has me scared to get into a relationship or become dependent on a woman again, because I don't know if I can trust her that if I have a little storm in my life, that she's not going to either kick me when I'm down or she's not going to leave me. Men out there, try to filter out the bad or the wishy-washy women a little better. If you have one that really has your back, don't do them dirty. Don't be that guy that he has this woman, and then once he gets a bunch of money or he gets a new position, then he dumps her to get a new model. We have to learn to start rewarding and cherishing loyalty, because I don't think there's a lot of that in the world today. So that's it. Give me a like and subscribe. Have a good night.
I believe a man can love a woman unconditionally, but I don't think a woman can love a man unconditionally.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. I think it's the other way around.
No.
I think a woman can love a man unconditionally. And
Not
most men.
Not forever.
You don't think so?
No.
Damn.
No. I think when a man loves a woman for real, like, he'll love her forever.